Hey boys and girls, it's Miss Mitchell again. Today I'm going to read you one of my favorite books that I bought when I was in 3rd grade. And the name of the story is called A Garden for Miss Mouse. It's by Michaela, Muntean, and it's illustrated by Christopher Santori. The reason I love this book is my grandma lived right above me, and this is our garden in the background. And I think that's why I love the book so much, is because it reminded me of my grandma. So I'm going to read it to you. And if you hear a crunching sound, it's just my dog here chewing on a water bottle. Our pets like to be close to us. Every 1st of April, Miss Mouse tills and rakes and hoes. Then she plants a garden in neat and tidy rows. A little row of carrots, a little row of beans, and then another little row of lovely lettuce greens. But this year she started to plant her little rows. She stopped and said quite suddenly, "This bores me to my toes." "I know what I'll do," she cried, and then she danced a jig. She grabbed her biggest shovel and she began to dig. "I'll plant the biggest garden ever seen by any mouse." Then up came every bit of land all around her house. Next, she had to plant the seeds. It took her all day long, but all the while she planted, she sang a planting song. Plant a little of this and a little of that, cover the seed and give it a pat. Every day she hoed and raked, she tilled and pulled the weeds, and soon green plants were springing up where she had planted seeds. Wonder what she's growing. The plants all started growing. They grew and grew and grew, and everyone in Mouseville came to awe and ooh. "Oh, what lovely peas," they cried, "and see the beanstalks climb." Reporters took Miss Mouse's picture for the Mouseville Times. The title of the headline of the paper says, "See Her Garden Grow." The garden grew much bigger, and then it grew some more. It covered all the windows. It even covered the front door. The garden was enormous, and the plants so very high that Miss Mouse had to use a flagpole to get her laundry dry. The mailman left her letters atop a beanstalk vine, while Miss Mouse proudly laughed and said, "Isn't my garden fine?" Then one day she woke to find 5 mushrooms on her sheet, 10 pea pods on her pillow, and 6 peppers at her feet. I think I would get a little worried if my garden started coming inside. There were green beans in the basement and white beans on the wall. There were celery on the ceiling, and there were pumpkins in the hall. Tomatoes in the bathtub, spinach on a chair, turnips on the table, and zucchini everywhere. Cabbage in the kitchen, corn cobs in the hutch. "Oh my goodness," cried Miss Mouse, "my garden's grown too much." You like this story, Yodi? She knew she had to call for help, but she couldn't find the phone. Then she finally found it where some Brussels sprouts had grown. She called her best friend Field Mouse. She asked him to come quick. "Bring everyone you know," she cried. "There are vegetables to pick." Miss Mouse needs a lot of help. So everyone in Mouseville rushed out to help Miss Mouse. "Where are you?" they cried helplessly. "We cannot see your house." "My garden's growing everywhere," her friends could hear her shout. "Please start picking vegetables, for I cannot get out." Her garden grew way too big. And so they started picking fruit and vegetables galore. They picked more kinds of vegetables than you've seen in any store. When they finally found Miss Mouse, she cried, "How could I know that this is what would happen when things began to grow?" "Don't worry," Field Mouse told her. "It isn't all that bad. We'll make the biggest salad that we've all ever had." All day they made that salad. They chopped and tossed and peeled. Then they had a garden party on Mouseville's football field. "Goodbye and thank you," said Miss Mouse when all her friends were going. "Next year I'll keep my garden small. It won't do much growing." So the end. I hope you guys enjoyed that story. And this puts you in the mood to plant something because spring is right around the corner. Bye guys, good night.